ye babedi okwo ye wie ye gusu ekona ebum ebi mu hon mo pe mo ho asem o ye se asem mpedi pa na ebum ni pa de pe ne ho asem ampa esa story a trendy e na you know se obi sheda pe ne ho asem pa odo fe mo kwa ba famra ke samiti na onim se mama part agrada sa bana wa ba no abusu e kire nwokura sa sunso na mo ba bia ko pe ne ho asem e ma sa bre ne to ye hyehye ha esem de bebre wo fie ne ye ba bedi hu nkomo na answer ne best person and then da ne di kan e na wa pie channel yi so wo be subscribe ma ye wo be share be like na comment no wo dia to ase e dia ma ye kama wo bia no aflo Facebook and afi TikTok e Sammy TV menenu nkomo bebre na ne ye ba bedi ni fie ha the tiene say yenga ni mse mama part agrada ai ye release no e third match e na ye release no so this man videos no info man third match e na ye release no back from prison and the oba no hwe se ne mama asia coming down near the adult mama part say no near match say se wasesa nkasa e bi mu se wo hwe de mama part ye ne we ye settings akasa say wa wonim settings e chenya agrada de ye bechi watum aha na e chire njo kura ba na wa ba na chire njo manfo de na edi nkomo se e was say one sanso ko back because it in more 15 years na yanka se twa 1 year pe na yen sanso nyi we no ade say na amben enti ko bebre na e na e twego rap rasta ya rap rasta wa ba edi nkomo e de afa mama parts ne ba wa ba no se enche maame no obesanso akọ back to prison yenti nkomo odi tuja
Agrada would go back to prison. And this is a guy called Black Rasta saying this. Did Black Rasta really say that? What Black Rasta really said was that he has a feeling that Agrada would go back to jail. And he gave his reasons and made that clear on his radio show right at 3 FM yesterday when Agrada was freed. Now let's go straight up to the tape. And when we return, we got more. Watch this. I pray that Agrada has really changed. I have never met Agrada. I don't have any intentions meeting Agrada. My prayer is that the influence that she has, she changes. But deep in my spirit, I feel that she would go back to prison. Because somebody who is used to stealing.
Agrada besanso akoba na de amhabo eye papai ni video ine se omo Agrada ene no omo asem onu omo tweno ba kwa be kasa se onu de still na woni Agrada enwie ye no Agrada wo ene ma bebra se bebia wo se wo ye ta so onu de guso ana na etwetan
mene mami Agrada ene ne nkura ni case ni yenwie na mami Agrada side na attorney general man be plead for bargain and one year we enti aka ne boys na omo kan ho a won omo committee sa crime no omo na omo side ni yenwie enti na me buy
pacha na mo buy no mo say
na me buy no em say attorney general de nchise bia ba beto na say na attorney general de ma wo mo no omo nya ne attorney general nwie sa nchise no enti no ya sa mo grace period akwakosi 14th of next month say omunhwe say sa grace period na ye de ama wo no totoye bia e wo so omu ya toni genu atoto no e wo say omu wie sa totoye no ya nti so omu anwi a de wo chiri de me ntumi nka ho asem e ko
enti sadenti mama part na wakosa bompa eboni mu aye den yesa se ne nema sisie ekeka kono ansha na wasanso akowachi san kofa we ye njiti betimi asan akofa anytime ye pese sa beba bie enti nema ho bua ne hyehye wo se odigu akwa me nema timi etutwa no wetumi ayebusua ye fe ni nchem e wo University of Ghana na students ni bia kasa omo che se omo hostel fees there ya dia ebo no omo ntumi kra
6,700 Ghana cedis for a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
Last year, much you asked.
6,550 Ghana cedis.
Who is the board and I send a bond?
Yeah, they've increased the price, so like it's expensive. It's expensive, yeah, because the traditional hostels they are paying, and even that place we are paying prepaid. We pay prepaid. We also pay for Wi-Fi but when you come to the school hostels, for that one it's free. And I asked a friend, she said they are paying 7,000 for theirs is 7,000, but our place is 6,700 cedis. But as we are paying for prepaid and Wi-Fi, so I see it to be expensive. Yeah.
Then I pay by your family.
We'll be happy if they reduce the price for us.
Who hostel?
I'm non-resident.
But then what their family whole fees?
They are very expensive.
Yeah. What can you send a bond?
Diaspora, which is relatively cheaper, is like 7,000 for the year. So, and last year it used to be 6,000. And the school fees have also increased. And I'm not really seeing a correlation between the increments of the school fees and the affordability of the hostels, because all the other private hostels are comparatively more expensive. You have parents who are paying like 11,000, 16,000, etc. And I don't think that's really good.
Did you ever catch the management?
I think a lot of things can be done about it if management actually cared about the plight of the people. And a lot is going on, so management can't turn a deaf ear and say that we don't know what is going on. People are actively speaking about it. I, for instance, would like to be resident, but I'm not resident because the hostel fees are quite expensive. And besides them being expensive, they're sort of unattainable too, because I've tried, I'm level 300 now. I've tried to be resident since level 100.
Students are University of Ghana, come almost to the hostels, fees, they are there boarding your post. About the Saudi fees, ban, I was on to your hostel fee, and we prepaid the talk, and they water bill near the other one about the son and what a routine, beneficial, and a buono, and a bayer no more better so Cacadia more, what or more, let me I dear my woman. Now I was saying, Nayabeka, lady beam, a famous TikToker, said. Edino, as of this far, lady no video no etosuna, me share the way not when you think a crabby diamond. Oh, Nanka make herself a make kind deal. So, I tune it to spam, me share Edino. Okay, so a dino ampa. Nanka, me person me shade so Moses fa. Vincent never win it to Suman. Enkoso. Me pension ni guasi. Yes, okay. And I said, and a famous TikToker lopez, gay, trending, and trendy award trending, Nana said, or say MP, I am Vincent Ekow Assafuah, and I said, Assafuah. See Nebekaya and Nakakani and famous TikToker lopez, lady trendy pan and the trendy award trending, Nana said, yes, one man. That's a one who's on who I am now, a simple Waukushiana, and near Yana, who said you busy fast. No, gay, Eddie Betu Dresser, or name MP Vincent Ekow Asafua ehyehyɛ hɔ anansa pana ba be pɛ no ma kyerɛ nkomo age oni di no abusua enya asɛm keto na ge yakwa kodi nkomo yi ama ene ya me no ka sei MP Vincent Ekow no na yenkonko tie yebona ka ye ho nkomo age oni edidi fa MP no ho se wo sidi betu dwa se oni MP no ehyehyɛ hɔ no na se MP no aba be se ne pe.
This man was in my DM not long ago. I would say 5 months and by. And I come to TikTok today to realize that this man is married to another woman. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do. But this man was in my DM. This is evidence. When he tested me, I thought, oh, you know, I've been single for a long time. I've been complaining of being single for a long time. So he sent me a DM on Instagram. This is the evidence. In my head, I'm like, oh, finally, you know, I'm come to get to know a guy, and, you know, probably to lead to marriage. When he tested me in a way of being interested in me as a woman. And of course, I was interested in him because before a guy sends me a DM and I'll even reply to your DM, I go on your page, I go and look at your pictures, your videos. If I'm okay, I'll reply your DM. So I did look at his pictures, I did look at his videos. I want you guys to look at this video to the end. I know I'm a comic content creator. Most of the times I come here to crack jokes, say things for people to laugh, you know. I don't really talk about my personal life and what I'm going through, but I am here because this is a man that months ago I was thinking, I went on a date with this man. I asked him, are you married? He said no. I asked him, do you have kids? Because the way I now, when you know with his structure, I was doubting, you know, at least so I asked, do you have kids? He said no. I asked, are you married? He said no. Honestly, at first sight, this man, let me say something, okay, putting all this problem issue aside, this man, cameras doesn't do justice to him. When you see him in real life, he's a very nice man. Look, sometimes, oh dear me or ba, no reply wa. It doesn't mean the lady is weak or a fool. Imagine if I continued a serious, intimate relationship with this man. And I say no beja mesiho. Went on a beautiful date. It was nice. He paid the bill and all those kind of things. This is the DM. This is evidence that I met him. You can even see, say he even asked me of the bill. I think call date no it drew baby. He was like he wants to answer an urgent call, so he left me at the restaurant and he went to stand outside for I think a long time. So I was inside the place eating, and when I ate finished, he texted me. He was like, how much is the bill? Let me pay. And I was like, oh, the bill is 500 cedis. You can even see from the chat. So we did meet up. We had beautiful conversations, and on that day, I thought, say, maybe a chale, you know, and chebia awaria, you know, cause I liked him, like dead serious. And right now, I've blocked him, and the main reason why I blocked him is because.
Yes, I send you see. I was saying what they are saying that to baby you one. So when it say some no di bi mama, and so baby you one na obi e say some no. We are right. Now the attendant say let dia some baby kan ye. MP Vincent aba abeyi ni one na bibi say na obi be pel na wo mpena. Then the chesi say mama social na kwa koye bibi ase. Say your private you plan you intimi keep your private matters. If there was say you disclose it was social media, and never my say you high class and you high level, and I just say you so no say this say your call lines near there. The baby on the secret. If na ba be pel say yampa, me dey menka you me say yampa. So ba be pel kra na. Enye social media there was a woman be disclosing all no bia who say yeah. Oh, e na e bibi say. Ati so be pel one pene open here so what dey show trim what dey show trim no bia ni ho asa. Nya so be babon tia be ka say nei papa asa media ma na empini so ati asem we one ye rasta ye di komo no ono so be yi ni ho ano say asem no enye sanity na mum sei enetie
The exclusives. We decided to place a call to the MP. He didn't want to talk. He said, Black Pastor, I don't want to talk. But because of the respect I have for you, I can just say a few lines to you because I am angry. Why was he angry? He said his name was being torn into tatters by a lady he had never met. And as we were speaking, his lawyers had already written, signed, and sealed documents to take the young lady to court for defamation of character. Let's listen to him. And when we return,
Is that where it's going to end? Have you asked your lawyers to stop it once she has, apologized in a certain way or deleted the video? Would it end there?
Well, that would be in the realm of my lawyers as to how they want to advise so that you find a way to deal with it. But for now, I'll wait on them to see if they want us to proceed on anything. But of course, in the court of public opinion, where people may think that this is true, I would want to assure them that this is not true. It is falsehood, palpable falsehood. It never happened anywhere. And it should be put into the trash.
Finally, this falsehood, supposed falsehood, has it affected your new marriage in any way?
To get her to apologize and to sue her. I also saw that the video had already been deleted. In this day and age, people use social media as a stress reliever to also change the image of people. And so I would want to put on record that it is not true. I think that there's something wrong with the lady, and this is absolutely what happened. This is absolutely what transpired. I've been busy, because of what happened on Saturday. I have just not been with my phone all the time. So it was only yesterday evening that I got to know. So as I said, it is not true. Nothing of the sort happened. As to why the lady doesn't even know my number, meanwhile she claims that I think she called back, but I was also in the mushroom. She followed up with a text saying that, do I want to order something, and who is this? And writing as if she doesn't even know the person that she's speaking to. So I introduced myself, this Honorable Vincent Ekow Assafuah. I've seen an unpleasant video. I wanted to speak to you about it respectfully, so if you have time, you should. Then she said, okay, please, can we talk? Or please, we can't talk. So when the second message came from her, I was like, are they the same person who says she has blocked me from everywhere? This is the same person who is saying that she has my number, she's been having conversations with me. So this is all not true. So clearly,
Honorable, so now this my baba to just send a story. It's for quiet and girl they can prepare a woman. And I suppose it's for Honorable when it was Honorable Vincent. Honorable Vincent, resemblance in the crack. I said, resemblance, almost a cacra, or a crown and a back. I know bidding in me. It is sanity, and one of my young people wants a this year was so see you girl, and I will see you girl. It's girl, no dear, was so young, I was so umbrana, umbe, then I no crescent, and no crank. I would trust the wasp she with 3 months and conquer really see. Had you conquer me a story in the world, and they have a motor for mostly motor riders. Yes,
the same spot. What is
CCTV footage. CCTV footage be police need be other room. A review send the accident to the first way. See, most of the time, say na fault no. If drivers and riders now because CCTV footage no. So what should send videos is fair kwa. Who is nye ayibia kwa tesa accident ne bia na bibisa na say name na sense sheye. Omo mistake omo je. And I go fast akwishia no eba. Me sorry so na that video no. ena edi eja kwana mise ka ye de sa secret CCTV footage no bobo baby anka ebeboa pa enti no na okode be man bi ni dia nje so Moses sister Becky eso e wo fidwe wi anu so mo bo ma etimi dwumedie ni eba ebesumuti emi na ye nhwe video na ye share e ma foforo so enye bi nhwe sene akwanhia esisi no kwanya fa so ba na ye hu ye mfuru so ne ye nhwe na ye adwuma na ye nweke e wo
another problem. And I'm not surprised that motorcycle has been prioritized in the NIS policy. He's supposed to stop for those going to Accra to this and look at it. And that is what we see on daily basis. And this also subsists. People are illegally racing and misbehaving on the road, even around Mahmoud. And we also think that pedestrian lockdown has become a scar in the conscience of on our roads. And as drivers are supposed to move at 30 kilometers or between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour on our roads in Ghana. And it's also global and it's embedded in our law. And this one has to be self-compliant. Because the law says that you cannot even drive onto one when pedestrians are accessible. But let us see what happens. Neither those approaching or receding, neither of them is stopping. And the pedestrians are trapped. And you can see how they are going to be crushed. And I'm happy that with the new law coming, a new law has been introduced by the ministry in the road traffic legislation. For the first time, red light has been criminalized. That when the light has turned red, signalized junction has turned red, you cannot drive even onto the line. You can't. You do that, and our camera is sensitive to that to capture it. Turn red, you can't drive onto it. They are all gone. They are all gone. So the champions are backing us. That the president of our country says that our Inspector General Police should be supported by the Minister of Interior, and then the Minister of Transport to bring change, because this cannot be the usual.